Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy DisBearity here, and I'm here to give you guys an update on some more Total War Pharaoh news concerning with the battle update. Now, before we get this started, definitely consider liking and subscribing for more news on Total War Pharaoh, and also for some live streams here at my channel. Now, let's get into it. Now, with this Total War Pharaoh update here, it says hello, Total War community, as always here. Welcome to the third installment in the Total War development series. This week, focusing on new features and improvements that you can expect to see in battle. The battlegrounds of an ancient world were a deadly and unforgiving place, and the team have gone to great lengths to improve the level of immersion, realism, and overall fun that you can expect from the experience. But before we can dive straight into things, a reminder that in the last week's blog, we unveiled our first look at the new cultures and factions coming with the update, alongside the introduction of notable units that play pivotal roles on the battlefield. And they give you a link towards the past dev blog here. Now let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing is lethality. When we embark on the epic recreations of historical periods, one question is always at the forefront of our minds. How realistic should we make our interpretations? With the Dynasties update, we want to shake up the formula adopted by past games and offer a completely new and optional way of playing battles, one which emphasizes the need to adopt a greater degree of tactical flexibility, encourages players to value manpower at their disposal, and makes armies really feel like a lethal fighting force they were trained to be. We want you to immerse in the reality of conflict where ranged units rain down death from afar, whilst marauding chariots punch holes in enemy flanks to devastating effect. Therefore, we're introducing a new feature to battles called lethality. This new statistic gives an entity a percentage chance to kill an enemy entity in one successful hit. It works for both melee and ranged weapons, and will be factored into all successful hits. However, the lethal blow chance will be reduced against higher armor values, as they naturally have much greater degree of protection than their less armored counterparts. Implementing lethality blow mechanic also provides additional opportunity for further differentiating the strengths and flaws of weapons and units. For example, clubs in general now have a high chance to hit and damage but low lethality, while axes have a high damage and lethality but low hit chance. In addition, this also helps to us balance units with low entity counts, such as archer chariots, who have higher lethality when shooting from distance despite the low number of missiles they shoot. We're excited to hear about lethality impacts your battle experience and can't wait to hear your feedback. For those of you who want more traditional experience, this also can be turned on or off via customization. Now, with that said that's actually pretty cool that they're really adjusting this to be a pretty neat thing, you know. So they're making it to where you actually care about units and each decision that you make, you know, careful decision, I guess you could say, right? So that's really cool that they're giving the players that option to go through a situation like that. So I like that, you know, they're not forcing you to try it or do it or whatnot. At least it's there as an option. So, you know, so you pay attention to it, you know, it's there. So, I mean, I think that's really cool. Now, realistic missile trajectories. Missile trajectory is an essential component to landing a killing blow upon the enemy. So we've done some extensive work to ensure that they interact and look more realistic. With the new update, you'll be able to use a new functionality which allows missile units to dynamically switch between more arcing shots that travel further but deal less damage, and more direct shots which reduce range but deal a lot more damage and are significantly more lethal. This helps us better reflect each missile weapon's historical usage, and along with the new lethality system, differentiate their gameplay purpose and open new tactical options for players to utilize in their battles. For example, placing archers behind the infantry line will make them use the less powerful but still deadly arching trajectories, because even though the friendly infantry is keeping them safe, they're also blocking their line of sight for more lethal direct shots. But if the player places their archers on a more elevated terrain, that'll allow them to shoot at enemies directly and much more effectively while still being protected by infantry front line. In addition, we have made it possible for players to lock ranged units into a specific type of trajectory to revert to their original dynamic use at any time. So that is really cool. I always thought Total War was like that from the beginning. You know, high ground gives you that, you know, that sight advantage, you know. And so what this shows is like, yeah, so what they explain there is, of course, if your infantry is protecting your archery line, right? You know, or whatnot. And so if they're in the rear, of course, if they'll shoot in an arc, but it'll be low damage so they don't hit your infantry. Now, if they're on elevated terrain, then they'll have an easier time attacking their enemy troops because they're more elevated, so you don't have to do that. So that's actually really interesting and cool. So now we actually have visible trajectories, you know? So that's a nice little change there. But now, under enhanced visibility, a general's ability to assess the layout of a battlefield was often the difference between winning and losing a confrontation. Therefore, we made some improvements to the way in which visibility functions so that it plays a greater role in tactical flow battles. This means that analyzing the typography and physical attributes of the map will be crucial to each move your units make if they're to take advantage of any given situation. In general, the overall visibility range of units has been reduced, but the ways in which you gain tactical advantage over your enemy has increased, which we're hoping will lead to a greater degree of strategic interplay. Here are some examples of clues. Forests, buildings, walls, and hills now block a greater degree of vision for all armies, meaning units will lose sight of their foes quicker if any of these map attributes are between you and them. This means there's a greater opportunity for ambushes to be laid, such as within tight confines of settlement streets. Elevation now provides improved visibility to units on higher ground, allowing them to see their obstacles, intercept oncoming enemies on their lower ground earlier. On the flip side, units attacking a settlement from the low ground can see the units on the wall but not be able to distinguish units on the other side. Oh my god, that's a change. I love that change. I love it. Thank you. I always thought it was insane that your enemy units could see over your walls. I think Total War should always be like that regardless, dude. Whatever, don't matter the game. Until they get on top of the walls. Oh god, it's crazy. Okay, forests now have adaptive layer of depth. Units on the inside perimeter of the forest will be able to view the enemies out with whilst remaining invisible, whilst units further away from your perimeter gain decreased visibility, meaning they partially or entirely lose sight of the enemy without. Now this works as long as, to me, if the AI doesn't cheat and know where you are exactly. That's my only issue with most games, is most Total War games, that the AI already knows where you're at and they instantly go to your position. That's what I hate. You know, I dislike that a lot. Okay, so battle match overview. To reflect the new territories and climate zones, we have made some changes and updates to the battle maps in general, as well as introduced some completely new ones. In Mesopotamia, we are adding over 60 new battle maps based on our player feedback requesting larger battle spaces. The catchment areas for the new land battle maps have been expanded to 6x6 tiles, previously 4x4, with each tile Kiryu 256 by 256 meters, resulting in a total map size of 1536 by 1536 meters for each new land battle map. Okay, I like that. I like that. This is the Causeway Mesopotamian battle map. We're also adding the city of Babylon as a unique settlement, which we tried to make as historically authentic as possible. If I recall, there's not a lot of information on the city of Babylon, but there is some. So if they, tried to do that, that's cool. I like that. And the city looks freaking amazing, y'all, by the way. Let me blow it up for y'all real quick. It looks great. Total War, at least like Pharaoh and other games, have like really nice aesthetics, and that's really cool. For the Aegean region, we are introducing many of the battle maps from Troy, but the majority have been reworked to fit the Pharaoh narrative. All major and minor settlement battles now feature a multiple point victory system. Okay. I wonder if they're going to add in Memnon, though. I mean, I guess it's just Troy then. I guess it has to just be Troy then. That's interesting. I mean, that's fine. I'd have to look up, when Memnon was, around, I guess you could say. We also widened the walls to ensure that smooth troop engagement allows for sapping undermining the line in line with Pharaoh's mechanics. Additionally, the walls have been adapted to work with Pharaoh's ladder system. I mean, Pharaoh's great because they don't have pocket systems. That's the thing with modern Total War games, is the pocket ladders and stuff. It says we introduced battle maps in for cities of Troy, Mycenae, Thebes, and Athens. So, faction icon update. Thanks once again for all the amazing feedback I had at Total War Pharaoh's update. It is truly appreciated. Even if we cannot apply it to all of it, we're carefully listening and strive to make the best of it, or the best use of it. In this regard, we have changed the emblem of the Hanagol Baal Assyria faction, whilst we had a solid grounds for the previous one, which depicted the hands Shalmaneser I, the king of Assyria, pouring the ashes of mountain fortress arena of revolting against the god Ashura at the gates of Ashur. We believe the new emblem better represents the faction's ambitions and dreams of domination. This new emblem features Sargon the Great, the first ruler of the Akkadian Empire, encapsulating the faction's inherent drive for conquest and power. Plus, as evident from the visuals below, this new emblem aligns more seamlessly with the emblem of the Babylon faction, hinting at the conflict to come. So that's the old one here, the new one, and also Babylon faction emblem. So, with that said, y'all, this honestly was a hell of a good read. I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually like what they're doing with Total War Pharaoh, and I think I'm gonna have to hop back into it and do multiple playthroughs in this game. I hope that with this, of all these changes here, people could quit calling this a Total War Troy clone. They're working on this, and this is the official next, I call it next gen historical title somewhat, at least to me. They're working on it, they're fixing it up, they're adding addition to this game, and it's going to be a lot better in the long term. So I'm really proud of what they're doing with this game. I feel like there's more to come. I mean, of course there's going to be more to come. So keep up the good work, you know. And for you guys who watched this video today, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys like what they're doing with Total War Pharaoh? Do you guys like the improvements? Do you guys hate it? Let me know. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for the support. Become a Patreon or a channel member to help support my channel even further. Thank y'all for watching. Peace out, much love, and have a good one, y'all. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.